whatever you're trying to do is going to be tough. Nothing is easy, really. I mean, it's whether or not you're trying to eat healthier, work out, trade, you're going to go through periods that you're not going to like what you're doing, or you're going to say, hey, this is too tough. This is not the path for me. This is not what I want to do. But Brendan, you have to be resilient, and you have to be able to withstand some of the pressures that are going to be coming at you at all times. And we can talk about trading, and it's just like fighting back after a bad trade, getting information from somebody that potentially is not true, and you're having to battle through that. Being resilient to people that tell you no. That's another thing. So many people will say, that's not a good idea. But you know what? It's your idea.
Yeah.
And if you believe in it, then be resilient in the face of distractions, in the face of negativity. It goes back to what we talked about before at the beginning of last podcast. Get those thoughts out of here. Be resilient.
Yeah.
Find what you want to do and try to go for it. And don't just try, do it. And then if and when you wind up failing, try again.
Yeah.
Look at why did you fail? To me, this is what resiliency is all about. And it's true in any business. I mean, even to the point where you can change paths. Stick the course and then figure out, oh, this is an obstacle. All right, then I'm going to just veer this way a little bit. But be resilient to those obstacles because you can overcome those.
Yeah. I think this comes down to, you and I grew up in a time period, I think specifically, where we were brought up looking at failure as a negative.
Right.
We were brought up by parents who, lived in generations before us, that they were brought up looking at failure as a negative.
Mm-hmm.
Both of my parents grew up on farms.
Right.
So if they failed at growing a crop, bringing, cattle to a point where they
no
could
food on the table.
Exactly.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, you end up not eating. So failure was always looked upon as a negative. I strongly disagree with that.
Me too.
From the sense that if you are not failing, you're not A, trying,
right,
and B, learning. And those are the two things that I think are so key in this point. And let's go back to the person at the barber shop. I have a good friend who runs a barber shop.
I can tell what every day.
And how can someone...
His hair's always so clean.
How can someone who's running a barber shop...
Right.
Crazy busy.
Right.
Monday to Sunday. Doesn't matter what time of day it is.
Right.
Crazy busy. Hey, guess what? A pandemic comes along and just like
slaps
that,
you in the face.
Lights go out. So
I bet you that barber's lights were still on, just door was closed and blinds were pulled. That was my barber.
Or they were showing up in the back alley.
No, exactly. That's what it was. But you're right though. Coming into
it's
a problem.
Resilience. Yeah,
coming into a problem and figuring it out. So it's funny that I say that, and many people know who my barber is. But the thing is like, sure, you do go in, and you say, hey, we're still open. Do you take the necessary precautions? Yes. But the idea behind that is that still keep pushing forward, and I think that's a great example about trying to figure out what's next, and I think that when you're talking about trading and you're talking about trying to get that side hustle, people will always fail. And I feel that a dangerous person to deal with is somebody that's failed so much because of what you just said.
Right.
Maybe they don't have anything to lose. Maybe they have everything to lose. But at the end of the day, the fact is they're trying, and that's what you said. And you can fail on anything. But it's what's next. And if you keep pushing and show that resilience and show that sort of fortitude that you have passion to succeed, you're going to succeed. And I think that was a great example that you gave of your parents. And it's like, if you need to do something, you will do it.
Yep.
You will find a way to succeed. It's the people that have all the money in the world that say, you know what, I can just throw a couple $100,000 or $100 at this idea. And you know what? If it doesn't work, oh, well, we'll just move on because it doesn't really do any damage to me. That person, to me, all right, has a chance to succeed. It's the person that puts their last $100 into an idea that really has the opportunity to succeed. Why? Because if they fail, what else do they have?
Yeah.
So it gives them that extra motivation to go. And I think that's the person that I'd like to be in business with. Sure, deep pockets are great at the end of the day. But it's more like, what can we do to push ourselves past limits that we're uncomfortable with?